When I think of human against elf in low-level Bronze League heroes, I would imagine human has a massive advantage. I don't know how night elves would try to win against human at this level. Let's go check it out. We've got Gefest, human from Germany. We've got from some other country. Crimson Crown as a night elf in the bottom right, being green. How will Crimson Crown deal with this situation? All right, here we go. Crimson Crown is going to be opening with a very fast altar and altar. Hey, altar. Gefest might call him an altar. Crimson Crown is going to go for a very fast altar and Moonwell. And then an Ancient of War on a tiny camp that barely even needs Ancient of War creeping. This is a level 2, a level 3, and a level 1. Normally, you should have a little bit more ambitions when placing your Ancient of War. There's a very nice level 3, 4, 2 camp here that will be much more worth it. This is so weak camp, you would normally not need the Ancient of War for it, right? One thing you can do is you can put your Ancient of War here, make an archer, pull the creeps, uproot the Ancient of War, creep the whole camp carefully with an archer, making sure to last hit only with the archer. Meanwhile, you send your Demon Hunter with Immolation to this camp, and you creep it at the same time. So then you take this camp, take about 150 damage, get the whole camp, you walk here, you clean up together with your archer, now you're level 2.2, go into the map. Thank you, Tentan. Demon Hunter. Archer. Needs second Moonwell. Is making it now. What about the other side? Gefest. Archmage and Footman. Demon Hunter and Archers. I like it. So this Ancient of War is uprooted too early, which means that the Null Warden will stay at 600 range. Or 400. So the wolf is easy to attack. You can also kite towards the Null Warden in between. No, you don't need to heal it. The camp is too weak. He's losing time creeping. So you could do like a hit on the wolf, walk down, hit on the wolf, walk down, and then you get closer to the Warden. So this is all a little slow. He just keeps eating. Eating heals you for like 30 seconds or something. So there's definitely no need to eat again that fast. And if he's very unlucky, he last hits with the Ancient of War. Yeah, he's just not hitting at all. He's just keep eating trees. So, pretty slow creep route. Human finishes the camp in about the same time, which is, I guess, also a little slow. Shouldn't put the standards too high. This is Bronze League Heroes. Let's enjoy the craziness. Arcane Tower, very safe play. Coming along. Got 8 peasants. Build looking pretty nice and clean. Looks like he's gonna militia pull again for a very small camp. If you do double militia pull, the better. Usually the second camp should be more important than another green camp. Either the mercenary camp or an expansion. You don't need militia every time because it's gonna slow down your tech. Meanwhile, what is the... Ah, there it is. The Demon Hunter walked across the map. Came into mana burn the... Oh, he's trying to... Okay, I think he clicked on the item. He really wanted to steal that item. But there was no need for Archer to also walk into the rest. And now he really wants the Water Elemental. But... My god. Imagine this. You know, that looks so much like... By the way, I don't watch American football. So if I'm misrepresenting it, I'm sorry. I'm just a hillbilly Dutchman. But... I'm imagining guy with the ball trying to do a touchdown and you run through 5 quarterbacks. That's what it would look like. This is how I would look like. This hurt if I ever tried that. So he's got formations on as well. Formations on. When this feature is on, units move in a groups. No, you can't take this camp. He would have lost even if he didn't get creepjacked. This is awesome, dude. He stole the item and then he just lost his entire health pool. And he starts the camp and he runs away. But there's also a peasant here and a footman. It's so random and quirky. Tech has started for Gefest. He has a vault and a blacksmith started. He's finishing the camp that the Night Elf began. Crimson Crown, he's gonna make a shop. What did he buy? Nothing. He has Hunter's Hall coming. His tech is pretty slow, I must say. About the same, I guess, as human. They're gonna meet each other again. Gonna be another mana burn. The human is running, which kind of makes sense because Archmage doesn't have a lot of damage. This demon with these items still is stronger than a level 2 Archmage. It's going all the way back home. Probably gonna get a regeneration potion. Mana burn for 19, why not? I think one of the things that made me happiest when I was a young budding pro gamer... I will say the chances of this being found is 99% before it does anything, but okay. One of the things that made me happiest when I was a new, young, budding, aspiring pro gamer is when Night Elves mana burned me for 25 or less. Constantly. Minus 20, minus 10, minus 5. It's just become like a habit. Destructive habit of self-mana loss. But back in my day, you had to click enemy heroes to see their mana. So it was easier to make that mistake. And nowadays you got this fancy... You guys are really lucky, I must say. You get this fancy blue second bar that represents the mana heroes have. Double Ancient of Lore, very far at the front. Also getting, of course, Dryad upgrades before having one. Does he have improved bows on the archers? He does not. So I would argue that 200 range on your 5 archers is better than a Strength of the Wild upgrade on Dryads you don't have. I would have also made the lores here and here, because now there's a cancel risk. He's naturally heading towards the bastion of defense of his Ancient Protector, but now his lores are getting cancelled. His second hero is going to be Keeper of the Grove. Wait, is it getting cancelled? Yeah. Detonate? There we go. Yeah, that's a huge loss. Double lore cancel is a huge loss to the cause. And a Moonwell also. So he's not... And this Moonwell did get cancelled as well, I think. No remaking yet. AP is still rooted. Wow, Gefest goes straight to tier 3. So does that mean he wants to make knights or griffins? He's got 1800 gold. No second hero. Lore's in the same place. The Moonwell in the same place. Everything in the same place. He even has the little jump up. Like, it's not directly linked to the left of the Moonwell. It is one slot higher. It was there before and it's there again. But the lores are slightly different. I think his lore was here, so he didn't follow the blueprint this time. The first law of bronze. You must build things in the same spot. The AP finally became relevant. Getting some chip damage in on Footman. Yep, it's Griffins. Cool. Solo Archmage Griffins. Oh, I feel like I've seen that before. No, but it was with Alchemist. It was also a Bronze League Heroes match. It was like Alchemist first into Griffins. Dude. Wait, hold on. Why is he getting plating upgrades? Increases the armor of militia, footmen, spellbreakers, knights, flying machines, and siege engines. Proceeds to make aviaries that make griffins and dragonhawk riders. So I guess it's like the 4 footmen are gonna tank for the 12 griffins with 2 armor upgrades. But then why not just get armor on the griffins then? I think he's gonna go knights as well, that's why. But if you get sword upgrades, you've got griffins and knights upgraded. Please let it be also knights. It'd be so sad if Archmage just dies and Gefest loses with 2,000 golds in the bank. Surely that's not gonna happen. He also doesn't have any farms. 2,000 gold? No. Let's go watch the next game. That was fun. Well played, Crimson Crown. Great entangle attack on the Archmage. You really showed that Griffin Master. This one, Heisenberg against Tutorial 4420. Let's go. Alright. Why didn't Human just rebuy Archmage at the tavern? Why does the tide come in and goes out? Why didn't Human rebuy the Archmage at the tavern? Why didn't he have any farms? Why was there 2,000 gold in the bank? Why did he have double plating upgrade for units that can't benefit from it, like Aviary Griffins? These are just some of the questions that have been tormenting human scientists for decades. Ever since the ancient Greeks were around. The great philosophers. For decades. So let's go to the next game. Let's not focus too much on who upgraded what. Or why I have a sink behind me. Tutorial is gonna go for a very early shop. It's so ironic that his name is Tutorial, but he hasn't played the Warcraft tutorial. His shop is like 45 seconds too early, and he had no money for ghouls because double ziggurat
or just work.
Early shop.
Just got back from bad vacation and I just wanna chill. THX for streaming.
So you need a vacation from a vacation? Got back from a bad vacation. I guess you don't want to talk about it, but what happened? I bet it was a family vacation, and a lot of drama surfaced, and everyone fought and cried. Or you booked accommodation that cancelled you, and you had to find something else, and it just wasn't what you wanted. Do you have a video for Night Elf base layout? I have a guide on it. Yes, I have a video on it. Exclamation mark base layout, I believe. In my family, the last bad vacation was when we found out two cousins were dating. And it was a bad vacation because you wouldn't get to? It's like, oh man, I had my sights set on both of them. Pitlord first, okay. With backpack upgrade, cool. Tutorial is he's a total madman. Brutilis. Is Pitlord first a good hero? Many of you know the answer because of my Pitlord spotlight on youtube.com/@grubbytalks, where you learn all about Pitlord, his strengths, his agilities, and his intelligences. A-tier hero. Well, I had him as a C-tier hero, I think, but he can be very good. In fact, conceptually, Pitlord is very similar to Blade Master, in that they both like survivability, movement speed, and attack damage items. And they both don't care much about mana. You see, for the most part, Pitlord wants... your ghoul. For the most part, Pitlord wants to spec his cleaving attack, which deals 40 to 65 to 90% cleaving attack damage, which entirely ignores armor. You could be attacking anyone, it doesn't matter who, and someone behind with 112 armor would take 90% of your base attack damage in damage. Armor does not get factored in on any secondary target to cleave. So, even if this Blade Master becomes, as he now is, 9 armor, simply attack an image or attack a grunt. Just don't attack the blade directly, and you'll do more damage to him than if you were to attack him directly. So Pitlord can be very good. I would love for Tutorial to add a graveyard, and then go for necromancers, and research Unholy Frenzy. Perhaps, you know what would be sick? 2 Banshees, 2 Necromancers. Banshee for anti-magic shell, perhaps, if there's any magic damage, probably not against Orc. Curse on the Blade Master, and then Unholy Frenzy on the Pitlord. He's gonna become a monster, you can just win with that. However, Heisenberg is cooking up something unholy. It's not White Walkers. It's Wind Wyverns. Wind Raiders. Tutorial sent home his... oh, he's cannibalizing with the ghouls. Okay, cool. Tutorial's got some pretty good items. Slippers of Agility and Gloves of Haste. That is 24% bonus attack speed. Second ability, Howl of Terror. This is correct. I'd be tanking with ghouls rather than pity. Because the ghouls can cannibalize and the Pitlord cannot. Almost going to die with the Pitlord. Might actually die. He only survived because of slippers. And Howl, for that matter. Oh man, that would have been great. Damn. Not like this. Not today. Alright. Meanwhile, Blade Master creeping too. They're both just creeping. Heisenberg went for the wrong unit. He's getting Mass Raiders. Raiders can get absolutely smack-daddied by Brutilis. And Howl of Terror and Cleave is just a great counter. In fact, the one time I ever went Pitlord in Orc Mirror... No, I went Pitlord twice lifetime in Orc Mirror. In, let's say, my competitive days. I've done it more since I was a streamer. One time was a misclick. It's a pretty famous game on BlizzCon. But the other time was a game against Rotterdam. You see, Rotterdam was a very dangerous player in Orc Mirror, and he beat me many times. He always liked a Mass Raider from two bestiaries, so I once went for TC first into Pitlord second. I kept losing with Blade first, Shadow first, so I went for a meme build because both of them happened to be good against Mass Raiders if he made no adjustments in this build. And why would he? He won the last time, so he didn't. And then I had Pitlord with Howl of Terror. Suddenly Raiders really don't do much anymore. And then you get the cleaving attack. I had TC first with War Stomp. So he's howled, he's stomped. Pretty good. So what is Tutorial doing? He's going to tier 3 and makes a Nerubian tower, but no tech buildings. And he needs to pull his ghouls behind the Pitlord. He just mana potted. Why? It's cleaving spec. You don't need mana pot. Howl. He has Howl. He should do Howl. He could do Howl. Pretty good ghoul micro though. No Howl, no heal pot. Just die. There we go. That's level 4 soon. Is he gonna TP? Oh, he can coil him. DK comes out just in time. Is he going to do it? Coil just got picked. There we go. Ah, he played Heisenberg like a fiddle. He busted his balls just when Heisenberg thought he was going to kill the Pitlord. Boom, healing pot. You know what we call that? Hope torture. He was standing there looking kind of dumb with the shape of his fingers in an L on his forehead. It looked like Pitlord was gonna die, and then he heal potted, and then right away again, as he was nearly dead, he leveled up, and then he TP'd, so he got maximum hits in. That's hope torture. Here's Heisenberg biting more than he could chew. This gun's gonna die. All right. This is a very hard creep camp, and he's not creeping it very efficiently. TP's out. It's a very free one for Tutorial. What does this camp drop? I think it's like... Is it Scourge Bone? Or is it a consumable? I think it's a consumable like Health Stone? Biggest item for him would be Health Stone, unlike Pitlord or Death Knight. And it is a Mana Stone. Very good on Death Knight as well, but he's going to take it with the Pitlord. He also has the backpack upgrade, which means that his ghoul accidentally picked up a Gauntlet of Ogre Strength. It's going to be Death Knight focus. Has the Mana Pot now. No Howl again to save the Death Knight. Would be pretty sick if he howled. There we go. Better use Coil aggressively here, since... oh, he's passing the TP. Very nice job. Coil and then TP. Just TP. Very good. I think he killed 2 Raiders. Tutorial's Pitlord is unironically owning hard. Like, I cannot think of a better hero first than the one he went for. And now what would be good for him to do is, like, 1-1 ghoul upgrades. get Ghoul Frenzy, make more ghouls, always have a TP, always have an invul or a healing potion. The one thing he shouldn't do is expanding, because that's what raider armies are good at killing, right? He needs Frenzy, and he needs Necromancers, but he's going to go Boneyard, which honestly, I think that's a great decision. I think that's even better. I love it. Frostworms are not easy to kill for raiders. Yes, you can ensnare them, but you're not going to kill them. They have too much health and armor and everything. Now, the best counter for Heisenberg would be to actually spec Hex level 2. And then just Hex the Frostworm every time he comes out. And it's not going to do anything for like a minute. Hex lasts extremely long when the opponent doesn't have Dispel. It's going to be double Boneyard. Dude, I've got my own Worm Rash itching right now because I feel like playing some worms when I see that. Double Boneyard is sick. It's getting attack upgrade for creatures as well. The Raider here scouting, doing a little bit of mischief. You know, I think, yeah, he found the gauntlet on the ghoul. And he put it on the Pitlord. Hex on the DK. If he howls, DK lives. If he doesn't howl, it also lives. If he TPs, it lives. If he doesn't, it dies. He kills another 2 raiders. What an awesome result for tutorial. He loses TP and the ghoul, but he kills 2 raiders. And his expansion is up. Ironically, because he made a second Boneyard, he hasn't got money to get a single Frostworm. I think I read about that in the Bible in primary school. The first shall be the last, Jesus said, and the last shall be the first. Because he was trying to get so many worms, being so greedy about it, standing in front, he's gonna get nothing. So he's like, the only thing I've got money for is Freezing Breath. So the classic mass upgrades, no units. He has improved creature attack. He has 2 ranged attack for worms and Frozen Breath, but he hasn't got any worms. You know what the Lich King would say? We've got some supply line issues here. Plans within plans, yes. But where's our supply lines? He's finally making a worm. It's gonna come out. It'll be real scary. Does the random ghoul still have Gauntlet? No, he found it and gave it to the Pitlord. I mentioned it about a minute ago. So double Kodo Beast now by Heisenberg. He's gonna go more raiders. He actually pushed himself to the very gnarly 51 population. That means he's getting a lot less money. He's also getting attack upgrades on raiders. If he would, but no, you can't do this like this. No, you're gonna get thunderclapped, bouldered. Your whole army will be red. Oh, this is so daring. And without heal wave level 2, and he won't be level 2 if he creeps it with his blade. He changed his mind. 1 grunt, let's count. 1, 2. Thunderclap. Alright, 2 grunts. Not too bad. Oh, he saved it. Very good. Uh-oh. No! The grunt! Oh, he killed it right on time. So sick. An amazing item that will help him to heal up from his current predicament. Unholy Aura gives 0.3 life regeneration, along with the usual regen that grunts have. It will only take him about 17 days to heal up this grunt. So once this grunt is ready, he can attack this expansion. Frostworm with 2-1 upgrades. 1 worm, 2 worms. He's also got about 8 ghouls or so. Lich comes out as a 3rd hero. There's a TP once again for tutorial. I'm feeling really good about tutorial's chances. It's gonna creep this. It's gonna be quite easy. It's the Wildkin that has the item. It's gonna take a lot of damage from these worms. Pitlord's almost level 5. Oh, he's level 5 and he finds accuracy for worms. Huge item. 7% bonus damage on worms. That's 9 damage. He kills the gold mine. And he has a TP. He's gonna get flanked by worms. It's a giant shock for him. No units were killed. A very efficient deletion by Heisenberg. Not sure he had pillage because he hasn't got much money in the bank, but he's got his own expansion up and coming. It's definitely still winnable. But let's just say that Pitlord, who is the highest strength hero in the game, the highest health hero, is not going to be easy to kill. 1150 health with 4.9 armor gives him something like 1500 physical effective health. That's a lot to chew through when you're Howl of Terror and doing 40% less damage. So he's going to go for the Death Knight that has TP. As you can see, he does very little damage because of the Howl. Howl has a short cooldown. Is he going to kill the Shadow before TPing? Nah, he just killed more Raiders. So every single Raider except one died. And he lost nothing. What a tactical genius. He could just get TP, heal pot on DK, and go again. I love this Pitlord Mass Worms opening. Definitely worked out. So what's he gonna do? Is he producing Wyverns, Raiders, or Bat Riders? It's a Bat Rider. Bat Riders are not ideal against worms, but it is a quick way of dealing with them. If you have financial advantage, you can try to deal with worms with bats. About 3-4 bats per worm, which is extremely money inefficient. But if they cluster like this, you can get away with 2 bats per worm, which is actually cost effective. So it really depends on positioning. If each of them is split, you need 3 to 4. And if they're together, you only need 2. Because bats do about 20% of their explosion damage in splash. It's mitigated by physical armor though. So things like frost armor, protection scroll, armor upgrades, natural armor, everything helps to keep worms alive. Tutorial moves out without town portal. It's a little risky. Heisenberg was desperately looking for some creeps to level up on. Didn't find any because everything had already been done, so his shadow is still level 2. His Great Hole's being put in the fridge, taken out of commission. No pillage. What a shame. No, he does have pillage. He does. Okay, so Heisenberg has pillage. He's making more raiders. He has 3 bats for 4 worms. That is not enough. And he should definitely kill the ziggurats. That's supply that he can take away from tutorial, as well as getting money from pillage. More bats are coming. The building is being shut down. Both of them. Frozen breath being used well. Tutorial's making a lot of extra zigs. He was thinking he's gonna lose these ziggurats on his expansion, but he never did. Heisenberg doesn't want to kill them. He's gonna go for the base trade. Attacking the Black Citadel. There's no town portal on the side of Tutorial. What if this game crazily wins, is won by Heisenberg with elimination because for some reason Tutorial refuses to go home, snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. He should never have let his Black Citadel die. Never. And now, 2 1 attack upgrade raiders with pillage are going to town on this base, but for some reason Heisenberg backs off, even though this is literally his only win condition. And he forgot to get fortified burrows, and he didn't save any peons in corners of the map. He just backs off and TPs. This is an insane decision. He gave up his only win condition to walk into certain death. Heisenberg, what are you cooking up? He has no peons left. There's no way back into it for him. He just wants to have one more fight. What a brave heart. 1 bat on every worm. Well, he could kill one if he it's the same worm. He's not gonna use it because he's busy. So 2 worms are low. Usually better to kill one. Fight not going as bad as I thought for Heisenberg, but ultimately he's heavily outgunned. 1 worm goes down. Shadow now getting focused. Tutorial coils the worm. Shadow getting attacked. Shadow dies. Blade at the same time. It's a double kill. Tutorial almost level 6 Pitlord. Would have been so sick. He would be able to summon a Doom Guard from the corpse of any ground unit. Well, not from the corpse. He would have to make it a corpse first. Well played. Tutorial gets the win. GG.